Welcome to Warren 2009 Fantasy Football, the show.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, my fellow co-host and opponent in the Sacco Bowl. How are you?
I hope nobody listened to us this year.
Yeah, guys, we suck. We suck. Why did any of you listen to us on anything? Oh my gosh. Yeah, that face. That face exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, all of you guys already know our situation. Louis and I are meeting one last time here in Week 16. Super exciting stuff. And there's only other one matchups that we really care about also this week. It's the Mega Bowl. It's Merrick. It's Chet. The Mega Bowl. I'm just kidding. We got the championship game featuring more bench points and Gaskin for a friend.
Yeah, the 1-2.
1-2. Well done, guys. Oh, yeah. This is the end of the line. The end of the season.
Last stop. It's the last stop.
Stop. We'll make it quick. This video is going to get posted, and I know you guys are probably going to watch it on either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. We won't keep you too long. We got a couple of guest stars. One last time before we hang up the fantasy football clipboard, I suppose.
The proverbial clipboard, yep.
The proverbial clipboard, exactly. So I guess without further ado, we'll go ahead and bring on the redhead himself, Commissioner
Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton, Commissioner of a league, Andy Dalton.
Hey.
Nice. Look at that giddy image.
What's going on, boys? How you feeling?
How do you think
I'm feeling like if I lose, you guys are gonna have to get a bigger crate.
The crate I have is plenty big for any of us, so don't you worry about that. I thought I'd start you guys off with a laugh because I'm sure you guys aren't feeling too great.
No.
What's great? What does that feel like?
I mean, Danny finally got to feel that great feeling right when it mattered.
Yep. I was on an 8-game losing streak, and that win was the greatest feeling.
Minus like
championship, of course.
Your team completely smacked me back and forth. I can't even feel good about or feel bad about leaving so much points on the bench because it would not have mattered. I would not. No,
I really wanted to make fun of you for the Deshaun Watson play, but it wouldn't have mattered.
None of it would have mattered. Yeah,
I was disappointed by that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I remember it like it was just yesterday, but the Thursday Night Football with Derek Carr, and I saw the groin injury happen, and I
very first drive too.
Yep, I turned it off. I was like, "All right, babe, what movie do you want to watch?" I don't want to watch football anymore. It's over.
No, you knew it.
I knew it. That's how it goes. But hey, man, congrats! You got the win when it mattered. You're not going to be in that lovely looking cage behind you.
Thank you. That's all I can hope for this year.
Yeah, I bet.
That's true.
Yeah. We bring you back on last week of the not regular season, just the season in general. Commissioner Quarter. Oh, man. How you feeling?
How am I feeling? Well, personally, I'm feeling pretty good, as we've discussed already. But just overall, in the grand scheme of things, with myself, it wasn't a great season. I'll admit that. it was a bit of a disappointment, but overall for the league, thought it was a pretty good year. It was an interesting year. Last year we had so much parity compared to this year. I feel like about halfway through the year, the field pretty much split off and was pretty much set from there.
I mean, pretty much set, yeah.
Yeah, we had the late runner, the late Rannicky runner,
and a late tumbler. Other than that, everybody else pretty much separated early on.
Yeah. Boy, did he tumble forward really far. Oh my gosh. Nice job, Scott. I know you'd never watch these, but nice job.
You needed to lose like every game, and he needed to win out, and just and he needed to outscore you by a good amount, and just the fact that it happened, it was.
Yeah, I think when I remember looking at it, I was 6-4, and in third place that week.
Yeah, you almost think you're a shoo-in at that point.
I was feeling great. I was like, okay,
just
cool.
Need one more win at that point, yeah.
Yeah, and look at me now. Good stuff. So what can you do? That's the name of the game. Yeah, I mean, we had COVID, we had injuries, but I mean, overall, you think that it was a pretty good season, despite all the parity?
In COVID, I think we all kind of worried what was going to end up happening with the season just due to COVID, but outside a few instances here and there, it didn't really affect too much. And even the cases where games were delayed and whatnot, nothing got outright canceled. So
yeah, right, that's true.
Pretty clean season through and through.
There's definitely a couple of scares. We had Tuesday night and Wednesday night football.
Yeah. Well, the toughest part with those is you just never knew if you could still play those players.
Yeah.
Because if the game did get canceled or pushed back again, you're not getting anything out of them, and there's no going back. You have no games after that. So.
Right. You would have been SOL, and it was. I mean, luckily nobody had to suffer through any of that, so that was good. Louis, do you have any questions?
I suppose I'd like to see your take if you have like an MVP moment or clutch moment of the season, maybe for any of the team owners, I suppose. Whether it be Dale's almost flawless season or Brannicke's late season miracle grind.
Almost Cinderella story.
That's a good question. It's hard to put down one. I mean, you could go back to Dale's draft and just say drafting Dalvin Cook was the move. I mean, who would have thought? I mean, he's always been talented, but not only
to play a whole season.
The season that he had, but he played the whole season. Yeah, I mean that's drafting Aaron Rodgers too. I mean, he's back to an MVP level.
And at a certain point of the season, he even picked up Justin Herbert. He didn't even need Aaron Rodgers after a certain point either.
Yeah.
I mean, man, he just had a scary team from week 1 to the end. It was.
Yeah. I guess you could go MVP moment for Scott would be something that doesn't even involve a decision he made and a decision that Josh made way back in week 3 playing Deshaun Watson playing Gardner Minshew
over
Deshaun Watson, losing to Scott by
Would that have changed?
Yeah. Josh lost that week by 2 or 3 points and then ended up missing out on the playoffs to Scott. MVP moment for Scott, given to him by Josh.
There you go, man. There you go.
Shut yourself down.
But in the end, Scott lost, so I guess it doesn't really matter for him.
Oh, man. No.
He won't be in the cage.
Derrick Henry couldn't stiff arm his way to a championship this year.
He was close.
He was very close. He won games alone just on the shoulders of Derrick Henry. That was crazy. I guess to go a little bit opposite. You were looking at MVP situation. I was thinking like this was an absolutely crazy season. Do you have a moment that stands out where it was just like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Do you have one that just
I could speak for myself there when Dak's ankle broke off and pretty much every other
that ruined like 4 teams in our league.
It ruined my team. Not only so like Dak got hurt and then Zeke completely sucks because of that, but then like George Kittle hurts his knee next to it. It's just like it seemed like a few weeks straight. Kenny Galladay got hurt and then he never played again. So I was just like, what? Like everyone's crumbling. But it's just, what can you do? Sometimes that happens. You just have a season like that. anything about it. Way of the road.
Yeah. It was rough. I mean, everybody had a little bit of that. Louis, you had a little bit of the injury bug. That's okay. Austin Eckler out really early in the season.
Yeah, I got no more Clyde the Glide, man.
Yeah. So many first rounders this year just were huge disappointments, either injury or just, I mean, Saquon got injured. Zeke, horrible. Clyde Edwards-Helaire got injured. Really, I mean, he didn't have a bad season, but probably not what you were expecting in a first round.
It was a fine rookie season.
Not what you would want from a first-round pick. Christian McCaffrey, Michael Thomas, Joe Mixon, just like first round was huge bust this year.
And I mean,
at the draft.
Even looking at, I know I should not have traded him, but even Julio Jones, despite a couple of his big games, he's been out, I think, the majority of his season too. Yeah. So it's just, most of the first rounders were just super busts in terms of what we're usually seeing. So that was kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Couple more questions, Lou?
What do I do?
What do I do? Who do I play this weekend?
What do I do?
You on the side so Josh doesn't get wind of it.
Yeah. Just go ahead. Just text me, man.
Yeah. As you can see, I'm clearly not afraid to use any more moves on my waiver pickups. I'm going all out this week.
All in. That's all you can do.
That's it.
Empty the bank.
What do I do? Both years so far, I've asked favorite rookie.
Now that the this year, Jefferson, easily.
Hands down. Yeah.
Hands down. I mean, he didn't really do much the first few weeks when they were playing him in the slot a lot, but since he came out of the slot, he's just been elite. You could put him up there with some of the top receivers.
I didn't think he was going to slide right into the role so fast, but he did.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I'd have to look where Dale drafted him, but that could be a good keeper value going forward.
Yeah, I think it was good value for him there, and I think the other one that might be a standout is
10th round.
Yeah, that's a 9th round for
Jefferson. That's great.
I'd also think James Robinson was also pretty solid too.
Yeah, that's true too.
Kind of under the radar, impressive top 5 running back. Pretty solid, but I think hands down
Jefferson. But
do you, aside from rookie, do you have a favorite player in the league as a whole? Do you have one that was? Because I know we did a shout out to Dalvin Cook, but I mean we've had some very impressive performances across the board.
Don't forget Justin Herbert. Don't forget Justin Herbert when we're talking about rookies too.
Yeah. I mean Joe Burrow too. Before he got hurt, was playing lights out too. There is some good rookies this year.
Yeah, they stepped up. It's good to see.
Favorite player though, I mean,
if you're gonna double down on,
you gotta look at no. I would go Derrick Henry. I think I would take Derrick Henry over Dalvin Cook right now.
Yeah,
it just seems like when you get into the back half of the season, he's putting up 150 yards and 2 touchdowns every single week.
Yeah,
every postseason.
No one wants to tackle him when it gets cold.
It's crazy. For like the last 3 or 4 years, that guy in the postseason has just been on fire. It's crazy. Yeah, I agree. Derrick Henry, crazy awesome. I guess the one last thing. Every league talks about possibly having rule changes to the league every year, no matter what. I'm sure you've had a discussion here or there or heard through the bushes here, like any kind of rules that might be considered. Do you have one that stands out that you might want to implement next year?
I don't know about implement, but I think get rid of one, and that would be the 250 bonus for quarterbacks. That just doesn't feel... Because we put that in place when this league started in like 2005, when it just wasn't a passing league in the same way that it is right now. But now it just feels like 250 is automatic, and if you don't get that bonus, you feel like disappointed more than it's a bonus at this point. So I think that would be a discussion to have. I feel like a lot of people would be on board with getting rid of that, and then maybe moving the 350 to 4 points instead of 6.
Yeah. It is a huge jump.
I mean, you get 4 at 250, and then you get another 100 yards. You get that. I mean, that's 10 points between the two of them. That's a lot of bonus.
I mean, it's sent Kyler Murray and everybody just skyrocketing throughout the season because of it.
Yeah.
I think that would be something to talk about. I think next year would be pretty good. Sweet. Well, again, thanks for another season. Thanks for what you do, Danny.
Thank you, boys, for what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we were just discussing nobody should even freaking listen to us because we suck right now. Like, this is bad, but thank you. So I guess we'll move on. We have a game of the week, and it is not us. And we also don't like talking about our matchups anytime we're doing these videos. So would you get to do the
analysis?
Analysis.
Sir, I would. We'll just go right down the line. So let's look at quarterbacks first. So we got Russell versus Deshaun. That one almost feels like a toss-up. I mean, you got, I think Russell's the 5th and Deshaun's the 6th top scorer this year. So really even match there.
Yeah.
But I feel like you have to look at matchups, and Russell's got a tougher go against the Rams, right? They play the Rams.
Yeah, they play the Rams.
I think he'll have an easier way, so I think I got to go with Josh on that one.
That's fair.
Wide receivers, this is a tough one too. So Louis got Lockett and Hilton, which I'll give him the talent advantage. Josh is Chris Godwin and Rashard Higgins. Don't like the talent as much. I don't feel like Chris Godwin's done anything super spectacular this year. He's been a bit of a disappointment. And then Higgins he's had some good games recently, but over the course of the whole season hasn't really done a whole lot. But you do have the better matchups. I think you get the Jets and
Detroit, I think, yeah.
Detroit versus Louis, guys going against the Rams and the Steelers. I had a tough time, but I think in the end, Louis got the talent there. I think they'll prevail. I think he ends up taking the advantage with the receivers.
Yeah, and Pittsburgh seems to be on somewhat of a decline right now.
Yep, they're crumbling big time. So
yeah,
I think they'll find a way to get their points.
I think you're right.
All right, then running backs, we got Eckler and Carson versus Josh going out with Alvin Kamara and Darrell Henderson Jr. I think Kamara's the top guy between all 4 of them, but I do think Eckler's going to have a good week.
Yes.
They play Denver. Denver's defense is not anything special. And then I do like Carson over Henderson Jr. as well, so I think I'm going to give Louis the advantage on the running backs also.
Okay.
Tight ends, Mark Andrews versus Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry, I don't think he's been practicing. So I don't know what his status is for Sunday, so
you had to go and say something, Danny.
Yeah.
It's just like a maintenance day, according to Yahoo.
But I think I like Mark Andrews better, even if they do both play, so I'll give that one to Josh. Flex, we got CeeDee Lamb and J.D. McKissick. I think I like McKissick here. He's been playing pretty well over the last 6-7 weeks or so. I think CeeDee, I think you have a better chance of seeing a 5, 6, 7 point game out of him. It doesn't seem like he's done a whole lot lately. I know he had a decently big week last week, but he had a punt return in garbage time, so you take that away, and you can't expect that. So I think nod goes to Josh there again. Kickers, toss up. I'm not going to talk about kickers. And then Josh has the advantage on defense with Buffalo versus Louis with Houston. So my
Cincinnati's gonna lay down the law on Houston.
I don't like Cincinnati's offense either. I just really don't like Houston's defense. I'm gonna give Josh that. They'll find a way to get a touchdown, Buffalo. So, but overall, I think my pick, I'm going to go with Louis.
Yeah,
Louis in a close one. Nope. I think Louis is going to pull it out, and I do think it's going to be a close one, but
I don't know.
I feel like Josh, you're on some sort of tumble right now, and it just kind of feels like destiny.
Oh my God! I've never. I swear,
I just need to take one. I just need to take
you're gonna be
one step up.
I swear,
one step up.
the week we had a bye week, I mean, what was it? Kareem Hunt went off for almost 30 points. Like, this guy hasn't done. He had the whole backfield to himself, like half the season. He did.
Yeah. I mean, he had some decent weeks, but once Nick Chubb came back, I mean, he's not the lead guy anymore.
I know. That's why I'm throwing Hail Marys out there with these waiver pickups, and like you said, it's definitely me tumbling and seeing if something works. If I can actually land on my feet in the end, we'll see what happens. It could.
Your team is like 90% different from when you start.
I
catch lightning in a bottle once. So
yeah, that's all we have to do. I mean, you did it. You caught it once out of 9 weeks, and
that was my biggest week.
That's right.
150.
The whole season.
Yeah. That's why it feels like destiny to me that Josh is just on a tumble that can't be stopped right now.
Oh, no.
I think Lou, you and I were talking. I was catching all the high scorers at the end of the season. And then
that was my life the whole season.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what's happening. It could go. It really could. From our scores the past few weeks, it could go either way. But I think Danny's right. You actually have the talent, and I'm just throwing up some Hail Marys, so I think you might actually get this one. I might throw up the wrong Hail Mary somewhere.
Where are we at in our pick'ems?
This week doesn't matter. Louis?
It doesn't matter at all.
Nope, you won the pick'ems this year. You, sir, have won the pick'ems.
All right. Well, I will vote for myself then. A vote for me is a vote for not going into the dog cage, so we shall see.
We shall see.
Oh, I love it.
Interesting. I do plan on probably not having my phone on the entirety of Sunday. I think I'm just going to...
You don't want to hear from anyone?
Full blackout.
Scores.
Yep. That's
Are you going to watch scores, or are you just going to, check it?
Well, you got a Friday and a Saturday game, and then a Monday defense. So, I mean, you are the whole weekend.
The entire weekend. I'm just
all booked on Sunday, like the 12 and 3 o'clock games.
That's how our game was last week. Half Josh's team had played before a single player of mine played on Sunday.
Yeah, it's going to be something. It really makes me uneasy, which is why I think on Sunday I'm going to just turn it off. If you guys don't hear from me Sundays, because I'm afraid to see what Louis' team did while I'm still waiting for a defense to do something. Or didn't do. It's just how it's going to go. It's we've all kind of been here a couple of times. Louis and I have been here like 3 times apiece.
3 out of the last 4 years for myself.
was there the first 3 years?
I was there. Not Louis. Yeah, Josh had like 3 in a row when he first joined.
I was here for 3 in a row. Louis got 3 out of the 4 years here.
I've been my last 4 years have been in the bottom 4.
And 3 of these you were actually in the bowl itself, I think, right?
I've dodged it.
Neither of you guys have ever lost one, right?
No, this is destiny.
This is one of us. Yeah, this is for one of us.
I mean, we could take the collusion approach and just bench our players.
We're putting you both in the cage.
That's what I don't want, and that's what I don't want. So yeah, Josh, let's do that.
Let's do that. Fun. I don't know. It'll be interesting. Yeah, I found that to be fascinating. We both have been here several times and managed to escape.
Could just make it a Deshaun versus Russell.
I would be willing to do that. I would be okay with that.
I would not be willing to do that. Russell's been playing.
Josh has nothing but good things that could happen with that, and Louis has nothing but bad.
I need the rest of my team. Russell's only there because he's a name.
I mean, that's what happened to me last year. He was still on my team in the postseason because he was a name. I don't know why I did it in the end. What can you do?
We'll see. We got maybe a little revenge game.
I mean, it's definitely a revenge.
Little does Russell know. I should send him a Twitter text thing. Whatever. I should tweet at him.
Yeah, that makes sense. He'll respond. I guarantee
it this week, man. If no handoffs, just throw the ball. Carson Lockett. You got
just scramble. Every time you get blitzed, just scramble.
Yeah. Your team just comes down to if the Seahawks play good or not. Because that's
I'm asking for a Cincinnati versus Pittsburgh. In this case, the Seahawks are Cincinnati. I just need something like that. Something of a Christmas miracle.
Well, Danny, we appreciate you stopping in.
Boys, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I can tell you're both very, very sad right now. So I just want to wish you both good luck, and just know one of you by Tuesday will not be feeling so sad anymore.
One of us. One of us.
The other one will be feeling sad, but we'll come to terms with it, so it's not that bad.
Sad,
off-season
but motivated. I think motivated.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The Sacco always seems to rebound. Look at Matt this year. Who was before that, Ranicky?
Was it Ranicky? No, it was Robbie. I think
Ranicky 3 years ago. Yeah.
3 years ago. Yeah.
Sacco always seems to have a good, strong season the next year because they're motivated not to be back. So
it's true. It's true.
Just keep that in memory as a consolation prize if you do lose. But
that's fair.
Best of luck to both of you. I will see you later and have a good Christmas.
You as well, man.
You as well, man. Christmas. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Cheers. So, Lou, that's our game. In a nutshell. We're sad.
Yep.
It's okay. We have another game that we could be watching this weekend, and they are going to join us as well because, well, we just don't like to talk about football anymore. So we'll bring on the people who are actually dedicated the rest of this postseason to fantasy football. In what our favorite segment is, come to known as...
Oh, it's a 30 for 30 take, all right.
Hey, there it is there. 30 for 30 over here.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, man. How you doing?
Not so good. Why'd you shave the beard?
Something needed to change.
It's a new beginnings.
You let Robbie get in your head. That's all I'm going to say.
No. I let the Sacco get in my head. I figured maybe... I had to get
everything.
Clean. I had to get clean.
You shouldn't have changed your underwear. That's the secret.
That's the secret. Is just changing it, just like once a day. There you go. Hold on. Let me see if we can bring on your opponent here. We got a 30 for 30.
That's a true rags to riches story right now.
As soon as he joins us,
for both of you.
Kind of wanted to talk about it.
9th and 10th.
Yeah.
1st and 2nd.
Yeah.
I
didn't even think about that, but that's so true.
That was one stat that I had written down here is that you guys met last year in the postseason. This game, but you guys are on the other end. Of everything. Hello, good sir.
Ew.
Hey.
How's it going?
Pretty good. Oh, wait.
There it is.
There we go.
All right.
Is it tuned in? I can't tell.
Tuned in?
You hear you?
You can hear me?
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Okay.
All right. I think something's up with my headphones, whatever.
All right. Can you hear us? Good. You can hear us?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Gentlemen. Congratulations. Making it to the big show.
Matt, we were talking, not only is this like a full turnaround season for you, you were in a cage a couple months ago, but you also lost to Dale in that matchup. You both.
Yeah.
Rags to riches kind of story going on here.
I like the narrative.
That's exactly what me and Dale were messaging back towards each other the other day. I forgot about that, actually, that it was both of us in the Sacco Bowl.
I forgot that, too. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought about it. I was like, oh, wait, these guys played last year. They must be really happy as opposed to last year.
True.
I think I'd rather finish 9th than 2nd.
Yeah, you got a point. You got to.
Yeah, but the stress. I guess there's stress both ways. So
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the sticker duty is no good.
The sticker duty is no good. Yeah. Oh, that's something to look forward to, Lou. One of us going to be the sticker bitch. Oh man, guys, we're not having a good time accepting this. How
Yeah,
did you do it last year? How did you do it?
I was kind of hoping you guys would broadcast from your respective cages potentially.
Ooh.
I don't own a cage.
Oh,
I mean, this apartment's been my cage for entirety of 2020, so I don't know how much worse it could get, but we'll see. We'll see. What was it? I have a Monday night game, you said, right? So
Yeah,
we'll see on Tuesday, who's going to definitely be in that cage. But it's more about you guys right now. The 30 for 30. Hot damn. Matt, were you nervous last week? Or just a couple days ago?
I'm very nervous. I mean, shit. Something weird was happening from the first play of that Cincy Steelers game or not the first play, maybe it was the second drive when Ben went to go hand off the ball and it just like hit the center's ass and he fumbled it and got it.
That was the lineman like running over and he like pushed the ball.
Yeah.
Out.
From there on out, things were just pretty strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a weird game.
It was a weird game. You brought him going out. That probably helped you feel a little better when you saw that.
Yeah. I mean, I think I went into that game up by like 31 points or 29 points. So I was fully expecting to lose that, and I was going to be even more pissed, like I told Dale, because my team went off pretty well. I think I scored like 143 points.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You guys all did great last week, except for your opponent, Dale. Looks like curses don't exist when you come on in the postseason for the first time of the game of the week. Like,
I guess so. The triple curse debunked. But I'll say this: I was very nervous, especially after Thursday's game when I had 50 points sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
And Aaron Rodgers throws up like a 12 spot or 18 spot, and he's got Lamar sitting there who's gone off the last few weeks. I was like, I could lose this pretty easily still.
That's true. Yeah, it was a little bit of a nerve-wracking weekend for you guys, but you guys ended up with a nice enough cushion. You made it to the finals. Dale, you scooped up Le'Veon Bell this morning, man.
Yeah.
Was that a block, or is that something you're considering for like the flex?
Purely defensive play, and I'll probably drop him Sunday morning.
That's fair. That's fair.
Strap.
But he does play Atlanta, which is favorable. And if Jacobs is out, I like that matchup more than some of the other running back options I have at RB2.
Yeah, Swift is playing, what was it, Tampa Bay? That's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, Tampa.
That would definitely be tough for him. I mean, he's done great things the second half of the season here, so shouldn't be too worried. But I thought it was going to be very interesting that if you did play Bell, if you were considering it, you guys would both be starting a running back that I dropped after holding on to them for far too long, and they become starters right when you need them.
Oh, you drafted Fournette, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Put up a nice 20 spot for you yesterday.
I mean, he hasn't been doing much. That I got pretty lucky on. I saw the Rojo news, and I went to pick up Fournette right away, just in case. And it was between him and Emmanuel Sanders. I kept switching them back and forth, but I went with my gut, and I got lucky.
There you go. Go with the gut, man. Yeah. Fournette, he was kind of like that all season, but he dropped in for 2 scores, which really helped you out. It's nice.
Yeah.
Well, out of a homage to you, Josh, I just put Le'Veon in the starting lineup.
Oh,
Maybe we'll play him this week.
There we
We'll
go.
see.
thank you, man. You know, I was kind of hoping to have him back for the finals here. I did put a bid on him. I was like,
Well,
I put more than everybody else except for Dale. I was like, what are the odds Dale's going to try to pick him up?
I did the math, and I saw where O'Connor, what he had left, and I originally had that, and I was like, someone else may scoop him up. So I'm just gonna. I had the most fab dollars. I'm just gonna put him on the team.
It was good. It was a good call. You definitely blocked me, saved Louis from Le'Veon Bell.
From getting his bell rung, some would say.
That was an ad I would have not made anyway.
That's fair.
Yeah, I figured you were gonna drop that fab on somebody. I didn't put in one for Bell, but I knew I was gonna be outbid either way.
Yeah, I'm mad about who Danny picked up, Phillips or whatever his name is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was. I was gonna pick him up this morning and just I forgot to put the bid in last night, and I thought he'd sneak through. I was wrong.
Nope. Couldn't grab him.
Or he did sneak through, but I didn't make the transaction in time. It was something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, your team has done really solid. You shouldn't be worried. I mean, even yours, Matt. Like, I heard that Gaskin might be coming back this week.
Yeah, I'm feeling more confident, honestly, this week than I was last week, just because going into last week's game, I had lost Gibson, Debo Samuel, and Gaskin. So I was kind of scrambling. But I don't think there's really, unless something else happens, I don't think Gaskin's going to be going into that lineup. He's been coming right off the COVID list, and we don't even know if he actually had COVID or not. But
true.
Want to take that risk. He might be sluggish coming back, and Ahmed looked pretty good last week, so you never know what they're going to do there.
Ahmed's been looking pretty good.
I think I read a stat. He was the first Dolphins 100-yard rusher in like 3 seasons or something like that.
Oh, shit.
I did see that. It's pretty wild.
Wow.
I did not know.
Jay Ajayi was probably the last one.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Just taking a stab there.
Just taking a stab. You might be right about that.
How do you guys feel about your individual matchups, your players' individual matchups? I just took a peek. Dale, I'm seeing a lot of Bullseye Red. And for Matt, I'm seeing a lot of Carlight Green, I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Traffic stop green.
I'm feeling a little better. I got a lot of pretty plus matchups this week. And I think if Williams ends up sitting out altogether, then
that'll be huge.
Too. Jones might get his 20 or so touches, and he's usually good for at least 20 points when he does that, so that'll be big.
Yeah, that'd be really big. What about you, Dale?
My team's been boom or bust all year. It hasn't really mattered on matchups. Like DK last week puts up 6 in a favorable matchup, but in unfavorable games he's thrown up 40. So
true.
Minnesota fighting for a playoff spot against New Orleans. It's going to be a high-scoring game. Not really worried about Jefferson or Cook.
Sure.
Cook's not going off for 30 or 40 this week, but he should get me that 18 to 25 range.
That Yahoo 18?
Yeah. And then Stephon Diggs is my only question mark that I don't feel confident in pending his injury status.
He did get carted off last game, so that was concerning, but he was already back at practice.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what they do with Diggs.
Yeah. And I think they've clinched the AFC East, or if they win and the Patriots lose, so they can knock them out, obviously, for sure this week. Actually, the Dolphins. It's the Dolphins they're competing with. So they still got something to play for, so he should be suiting up, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous because I saw Gilmore is on the IR now. I'm sure they would have had Gilmore covering Diggs, so that's who knows what's going to happen there. They might just go off like last weekend.
It's possible. It's possible. Those Bills, they really want that playoff spot.
I don't like
Top of the division there.
on Monday night too. I do not like having to wait until 10 o'clock on Monday to see what it comes down to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. But you guys, I mean, it's first and second spot, so you guys, regardless of what happens, you had a great season. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a different kind of stress that the two of us versus the two of you.
It's very true. But
One's for $1,000, one's for dog cage.
Yeah.
But like you've seen, the last two this year came in first and second, and I think maybe the year before that, Robbie was in the cage, and I don't know if he made it the championship or what, but he got pretty far.
That's true.
I think he did get to. He finished the season up top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had that hot start, that 5-0 start or something following year. So, hey, well, here's to next year, 2021.
There we go, guys. Best of luck. Any last words for your competitor?
Oh, I'm just really nervous.
That's what they want to hear. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like going to be a relief when this is over. You know that feeling?
I like it after taking a nice deuce.
Yeah.
Like a really nice juice.
Exactly. 10 pounds lighter.
Whew.
I'm going to give the boys some good pep talks this week. And I can only control what we can control, so it's not in our hands at this point. Just making sure we slot the right guys in.
Yeah.
Sure.
There you go.
Lady luck.
And how are you guys feeling about your game?
Oh, terrible.
Oh, you'll have to watch to find out.
I was just thinking this. What if you guys have a score like 180 to 175 or something like that? Like both teams just go off and then me and Matt are like 45 to 50 or something crazy like that.
Isn't that what happened last year? Like Danny and Chet met in the finals, and the high score was 89 points or something like that.
I think so.
I think that does happen, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I think if I'm going to lose, I would rather lose when my team puts up 175 points. That would be okay in my book. Considering what they've done this season, I would be much happier about
Man, I feel like I'd be so upset at that point because it's like I went off.
Yeah.
No.
The 1 week you didn't need to go off if you still take that loss. Especially, it's destined to happen against Louis we've seen this year, where Louis has like the third or fourth most points scored in a week, but loses by 30 or 40.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll definitely see what happens. I have zero faith in my team doing anything like that. So
Likewise, I would be happy, honestly, if I scored over 100, and that would be like that.
I think that's where I'm at.
It's kind of showed up this week. Okay.
All right. They had their Wheaties this morning. Sweet deal. Yeah, that's about where we're at, boys. I don't think there's much else to say about it.
I got two final thoughts. I think the whole league's a little disappointed in you, Josh, not being able to take care of Danny.
True.
And send him down there.
It's true, man, because I would have handled him.
Yes. Easy.
Yes.
You guys polluted all year to make sure that happened, and then Josh just dropped the ball a little bit.
Yeah.
Danny's team went off too pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
And I'm also a little surprised you guys didn't pick Chet and Eric as the game of the week, the match. Replicating Tiger and Phil and doing a little side bet action with them.
They definitely got a nice shout out in this episode today. They got a really good shout out. As much as we love their matchup, you guys has just a little bit more on the line and it's a little bit more exciting.
Well, since we got so much on the line and there's been collusion talks the last 2-3 weeks, Matt, you just want to split the pot 50-50?
Perfect.
Ooh, that is intriguing, but I've been talking to the other bats, and they're not really into that. So.
Well, the other Scots were Mickey, so.
Oh man, you get to take that down after this week, don't you?
I can. I don't know if I will. Just to remind myself. Yeah.
Gotta keep that chip.
David Johnson's not on your team anymore.
This is what happens.
I was very close to taking him again this past draft, but I just wouldn't be able to live with myself if I did it.
Yeah.
No, not this year. No.
I think you were pretty upset after week 1 when he put up like 25 points for Danny.
What the fuck?
And then he just fell off a cliff.
Yeah.
I was very upset, especially because Saquon, I think he got injured too that game.
Yeah.
Forgot you had Saquon. How different your team would be if he was healthy this year.
Oh,
I know. That's why kind of all year I haven't felt like my team has been that great. I feel like I've had to been scratching and clawing every week, but
Yeah.
worked out well.
You did it.
Yeah.
yeah. You did what you needed to do, man. That's all you got to do. That's great. Well, guys, once again, thank you. Best of luck, and at the same time, happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy holidays, guys. Thanks for doing the video podcast all year.
Yeah.
Always watch the next morning. Always fun to be on.
Yeah, great stuff, boys. It's a shame you're both in the Sacco, but good luck. Merry Christmas.
Somehow we deserved it.
Yeah. I think our
to us or something.
It did. It's okay though, but we much appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Shit. Good luck.
All right,
See you, boys.
Thanks. Peace out, guys. Oop. I think we have a stuck screen there. That's okay.
Popsicle man.
Yeah, I mean, it has been really hard, like, trying to keep up the energy this postseason.
It's been hard for me for the last 7 weeks. Like when you're constantly losing, it's hard to come in with like a positive,
especially with the way your team's been losing, just getting spanked. Like it's just like,
yeah.
It's okay, man. It's over.
This is all over within a matter of 4 or 5 days. So
it's over. That's okay. Louis, I love you.
I love you too, man.
Bro.
I love you too, man. Best of luck. Truthfully, I want it to be a good one. Win or lose.
That's exactly it. I want this to be a game where, like they said, 180 to 175. That would be awesome. that would be
hilarious. That'd be so funny. So unnecessary.
So unnecessary, but that would be a lot more exciting to watch than if one of us just completely has a dud week. So I definitely hope this is a great game for both of us, and I hope it's a great game for the two guys up top. You guys got some powerhouse teams. Best of luck there, and of course the Mega Bowl.
Place your bets.
Place your bets, man. There you go. Place your bets, Mega Bowl. Guys, we love you. Lou and I are done. We're washing our hands of this now. Fantasy Football 2020 can go right out the window. It's over.
Go on now. Get
out of here.
I said get.
We don't watch it here. Get out of here, boy. That's okay.
Boy.
We hope to see you guys again next season. Stay safe. Stay happy. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Am I missing anything?
Chinooka.
Oh, yes, of course.
Don't forget Chinooka.
And one last time, as always, guys.
As always. Go Sports. I think we nailed it that time.
We did. We got it.